Hello and welcome back to Load Hunrath.
Yep. It's our favorite activity. At least this isn't the main area of Hunrat. This is the
We don't know, it could be the main area of
It
Hunrath.
looked like it was in the mine.
It looked like it was underground, but it could still be the main area of Hunrath.
True.
Remember that the mine was a hub. It was a separate hub area,
Yes.
kind of like the trees.
This does seem to be taking a long time.
Yes, this is Hunrath, long level of loading.
Yes. I should probably have some more water, right?
Yes, drink water. Don't ask, just drink.
I have completely lost all ability to have enjoyment out of getting drunk. What's going on?
Whoop. Okay, still loading.
Can you please pause it?
Whoop. Pause it again? Okay.
Alright, so Hunrath has loaded.
Finally. Okay. Oh yes, there was this.
Pictures, paintings, action figure. What the fuck?
Oh, this is Backer Rewards.
Oh.
I thought this might actually be interesting, but nope. Oh, is this some kind of like bizarre art made out of CJ?
The fuck is this? Backer reward item. God damn it. I think there's a book on the table.
Ah.
Oh my god. Okay. I need to move this so I can see it. Something
Hey, careful with that.
awry. The villain, I can't find the words. It's such a foreign life cycle, or perhaps not. They launch themselves across the expanses of space, preserved for eons, until at last their technological arcs can hone in and carry them to a new home. They have no connection with their predecessors, but in spite of this, perhaps because of this, they have amazing recollections of their history. Their stories are epic, reaching back through the eons. Unlike many of us who were abducted, they were abducted as a whole. Their scoop moved an entire facility that was about to be annihilated. I have come to believe that they, perhaps more than any of us, have a deeper understanding of whatever the strange system is that we find ourselves in. I need to write this down. We buried G. Evan today. This place never really agreed with her. Kept to herself mostly. Depressed and downcast. Anyway, I digress. I stayed after the brief words were spoken. I was the last to leave. I wandered to the dome, as I often do.
Careful with moving that.
And looked out at the undulating Saurian weirdness beyond.
I think Saurian is the name of the Mofang's world.
The cell wall. Movement caught my eye. Now, on very rare occasions, we've seen Mofang scrambling about in the distance. But there have been fewer and fewer sightings over the years. Before me was a tall, haggard Mofang running desperately almost directly towards me from one of the distant structures. I still can't tell the gender. Got closer and closer. I thought it would see me and stop, or turn around, or be curious about the strange dome and our world inside of it, but it continued running quickly, almost directly to my position. I was frozen in place with curiosity until my reflexes took over at the last moment, and I leapt out of the way. But rather than hit the dome and fall backwards or come through into Hunrath, the dome flashed its familiar tone and the Mofang vanished. I was stunned for a bit. Then I retrieved my wits and stepped into the dome.
The Mofang were looking for their missing city and were like, yeah.
Myself to quickly get to the other side. After getting through, I immediately turned around and saw the Mofang outside on the other side of the dome, still running away from whatever it feared, but as if it had no sense of passing through the dome.
Around the dome.
As surprising as the event was, it did serve to settle a few things in my mind. I was wondering how no one on Earth noticed what had happened to this chunk of Arizona we have here. I've got to vent. Again, there are those who argue with me. Over and over, I demonstrate that in almost every case, whatever the process was that brought us here, it occurred at a pivotal moment. They tell their stories and they still can't admit that the abduction actually saved each of us. All of us. What is it in human nature that grasps so strongly to the past that we blame our saviors for stealing it from us? Okay, just one more vent before bed. If each of us was individually saved from something, then maybe all of us were corporately saved from something larger. Can we really be sure what's left? And the arrivers come from various places and times. Sarah got here almost 15 years ago from the year 2055, and Carrie got here 2.5 years ago from 1942. What does that mean? Time here is shuffled and chaotic compared to Earth. What state is Earth in right now? When is Earth right now? It's 3:15 a.m. and I feel compelled to journal this craziness. After spending most of yesterday mediating with the Arai, and then most of the evening discussing the nature of these worlds with CW, I had just a sip of infamous Hunrath hooch and collapsed in my chair. Well, I just awoke from a dream. I'm not one who puts a lot of credibility in dreams, but maybe the Arai were able to move something in me to understand. Or possibly because of the intense discussion, my subconscious mind was triggered to be able to sort out some logical connections, or maybe it was the hooch. The dream. I was tending a garden, an immense garden, and it wasn't for food or flowers, it was just about the health of the garden. I kept working to control it and contain it and make it healthier. But the garden seemed to fight me at every turn, and after what seemed like days of work, I finally gave up in frustration. And as I stood there doing nothing, the garden flourished before my eyes, growing and spreading in every direction. Because I realized the system that the plants were based on was not about my shaping and controlling. The natural system of plants is healthier when they are out of control, when they are free to spread and intermingle and cross-pollinate and mutate. Now, from a human point of view, that may not provide what I want. I get smaller fruit and smaller flowers and untidiness, but from the point of view of the plants, they grow stronger and much more resilient and resistant. The more they are scattered, the higher their odds of surviving. And now that I contemplate, I realize that even the individual plant seeds may not appreciate the benefits of what's happening. They are torn far from their origins, forced into situations that seem extreme, possibly even destroyed by these new environments. But for the seeds that survive, now that's where the real growth, strength, and abundance comes from. It's so beautiful and terrifying. Beyond the beauty of it all is a system and a structure that defies understanding. Okay, what if this is all a natural process? There are signs of something behind it all, but well-hidden signs. So, if I look at all of this, The cell, the tree, the water, the seeds, the hub, the health, even the abductions. Well, there seemed to be a grand system or plan. The plan doesn't take me into account. It is an unemotional intent on the health of something much bigger that may hurt my feelings, but well, what am I in the entire scheme of the universe? This is really, really fucking depressing. I have no idea what, if anything, might have put this process into motion, but that is irrelevant. Tomorrow I'll talk with CW. He could be swayed from his battery plan.
So, basically...
Highlighted.
So what this is saying is that CW's battery plan is resisting the natural course of the trees because fuck the trees. And this guy is all like, no, let's just let the trees do whatever they want. Even if it makes us sad.
Well, I don't really want to side with CW because he's an ass, but I kind of feel like I have to now. I really don't journal much. I came to write this down because I am distraught. As I contemplate the plan that I have set in motion, I realize that I have become the destroyer of worlds. I sat down to write, to seek some cathartic tranquilization, and I realized the last thing I journaled was some esoterically beautiful philosophy about letting the garden grow, not so reaffirming or calming. But nevertheless, here is my reasoning because I must write this down. Simply, it's us or them. I think they've found...
Is this a Mofang?
I don't know. Complexity. If this is some kind of garden and we're the plants or seeds or whatever, well, some of us have gotten together and decided that we're the better choice to survive. The others have unilaterally decided that we all won't survive.
I am more fit,
damn it. This is not me. I want to be calm and garden or ungarden or grow, or what gives one species the right to destroy another species? Who gets to choose? Do I just lay down and die because the more aggressive species thinks they're better, more powerful? What brutal scale do I use to measure the good of some against the life of others? Does love ever destroy in order to help more survive? To help love itself to survive? Does that ever even make sense? Can I kill because I think it will bring about more love? What if I am not even capable of understanding the situation of hate versus love? Maybe I am the hater. Do I generate this love delusion to help me maintain my sanity in light of the choice I have made? My God, it's too much. If these are just my walls of delusion, and I choose to live within them. I am a seed scattered by the wind, but I will not simply be trampled. I will kick and scream and survive. May God have mercy on my soul. Who the hell wrote this?
Yeah, this is kind of...
This doesn't sound like a Mofang, and it's not CW, which I thought at first. Okay, we don't care about your fucking backer reward items. Who is... What the... More backer reward item shit.
I think this guy was an artist?
Okay, there's some more stuff on that table. Maybe even another book. Oh. Yeah, there's more books. Well, that's just a backer reward item. Hello? Is this a backer reward item as well?
I guess so.
Alright, how about this one?
Missed!
Oh, fuck you all!
Is this a game cartridge?
Yes.
It turns out that this is what's-his-face from Mist.
Ooh, what's that?
By CF. This guy's name is CF, and he's noting the awry colors.
Takes about 3 to 5 days for a single awry larva to change colors after being moved to a new surface. Pulsing stops immediately upon removal from Captar induced by polyarcs. Cloning has been extremely easy, like potatoes easy.
Organics.
Plant fiber yellow, bone light yellow, and encrustment green. Metals gold,
Pink.
copper red, orange, titanium orange, silver red, aluminum red, orange, tech, Mofang tech, magenta, Velan extensions, near white
Extrusions.
stone,
Granite.
Captar,
And that's granite in,
teal blue, sandstone Hunrath, light blue,
Sourstone.
Mofang, deep purple, shale, moray, very light blue, polyarc pods, always purple. I'm curious about the effect of combining various base surfaces. It's a little bit odd experimentation with the life forms that light that they admit is hardly given our limited support of diesel fuel.
He was thinking about using the eggs as a light source.
Mm-hmm. So, CF, who the fuck is he? Carolyn Farley.
Oh. And Farley was the big one who's all we have to fight the Mofangs. And it must have been CW that was all like, no, we shouldn't fight the Mofangs. Cerberus. Beastwolf. Wait, is this Farley's house? Oh.
Yeah, it is Farley's house.
Oh, that's very clever.
What?
This is the door. It hides that while it's open.
They've done that in other games, yeah.
Though I don't think we could have gotten in anyway because the teleporter was right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, that was really interesting, actually.
You know, too bad we can't, like, fucking talk to CW about it.
Yeah, he seemed to really like... Okay, shit, now what do we do? Go back to Captar, I guess.
Yeah. I guess we have nothing left to do but work on the fucking egg.
Yeah. Do want to try something, though.
Yeah, and if you think about the thing, the voiceover at the very beginning of the game, saying we have to tell the stories to remember how the seeds saved all of us, that was Farley's voice.
Yes. Oh, wait, what am I doing?
Man, I think what we gotta do is go back to Captar and see what it looks like now that we've swapped this teleport.
No, I want to try something.
There's a button there. What is that button?
This one rotates it.
It probably doesn't now, though, because we don't have a rotation mechanism.
What are you talking about?
Oh, we do have a rotation mechanism.
Yeah, it's the bicycles at the bottom.
Oh, I thought those had been teleported away.
No, it just teleports the egg shape.
Okay. Oh, god damn it. So, you know what? Because there isn't a teleporter in that egg.
Yes, there isn't.
So that
I know, it's very fucking annoying. This is why I was dreading it so much, because I had to figure out That's why I'm like, maybe I can just get where I need to go with just this one.
No, seriously, why are you swapping it back?
We can swap it back. Because I want to test to see if I can do it with just this one.
Annoyed. But we are out of time, so we should probably cut the video off while this thing is loading.
Bye.
Bye.